Hello and good evening, everyone. I'm Neha Gaur, your host for this webinar today. Thank you for joining our series of Independence Business Week. Yesterday, due to some network problem, we could not deliver the information we planned. But today, again, we are back with our brands, especially in retail. The brands we are going to cover in today's webinar are specialized into retail sector. We will discuss about Your Specs by GKB, Never Own, and Hariom Electronics. Before starting it or taking it forward, I would like to inform you again about the community we have created on WhatsApp to keep you connected with everyday opportunities into business by franchising it. I'm going to share the link, the community link into the chat window. You can click on that link and you can join us on one-on-one details. So let me just run through you with Q&A procedure. If you have any questions during the webinar, please type them into the chat window. We will address them during the Q&A. So while we run through the presentations, you can keep sharing your queries by writing them into the chat window. I would request you to avoid raising your hands because if you have any question, it would rather you write into the chat window so that we can take up after completing the presentations. So now without taking much time, we will start with our first brand, which is already known to many. Your Specs, founded by GKB Eye Care, has a twofold mission to revolutionize the eye care market with this impressive range of designs that are affordable and to introduce cutting-edge technology for facial try-on and personalized recommendations. With a focus on speed and efficiency, Your Specs offers a wide selection of spectacles, sunglasses, and lenses that are not only trended but also meet international standards in terms of quality and technology. Today, we have Mr. Anshuman Singh and Mr. Sameer from Your Specs to present some details, inputs, and franchise opportunity available in Indian market for you all. Anshuman and Sameer, first of all, I would like to welcome you on panel today. And I would want to request you, thank you. I would want to request you to please put some light onto the franchisee opportunities available in the Indian market for Your Specs. Over to you, Anshuman.
Yeah, thank you, Neha.
Thank you, Neha, for this introduction of ours to the people here. And very good evening to everyone. I am Sameer Bhande and I am taking care of sales and marketing in GKB Eye Care. I am joined with my colleague Anshuman, who is also into sales and operations. And we will be presenting a very short presentation on how Your Specs, started and what are the details and what we have to, take into account why you should choose Your Specs, as your next franchisee. So I hope that you must be looking at the screen, which I have shared. So our tagline is embracing change through perspective. Okay. So if you see nearly in 1.3 billion of our population, 532 millions are need vision corrections. So this is the whole purpose why which Your Specs has been built. So from that only 170 million from 532 are having the vision correction, and rest are all without the vision. So we are here to showcase this, that how Your Specs can make a solution in this regard.
So if you go have a look on the scope and availability in the market, so it is 1/3 of the people who need the glasses, they are just using it, and 2/3 of the people who need glasses, they are either not aware about the glasses or they are not using it. So the scope of in the optical industry is very huge, and in the coming days, as you know that there is a lot of electronic devices uses has increased in the market. So this is going to increase day by day. So I will just give you a brief about the Your Specs. So Your Specs has been found with a dual objective of bringing revolution in eyewear industry with the electric array of spectacular design and which does not make any hole in the pocket. So like the if you see the spectacle and eyeglasses and sunglasses, which is the starting range of available for your in the your specs is 599 only. So with the 599, you can see on our website that eyeglasses and sunglasses are starting ranges available with 1 year manufacturing warranty. And your specs is the founded by GKB Group, as it has been mentioned by Neha as well. And GKB Group is more than 60 years old in the optical industry as well. And we have been into the manufacturing as well as in the retail as well. So, and if we talk about our vision, then your specs aspire to extend highly durable and superior quality eyewear with futuristic design, as well as it will be on affordable cost. So as I mentioned about the costing earlier, so we particularly want to cater the lower segment as well as the middle segment
Yeah.
more. And it is, if you see in the India, this is the main segment which everyone want to give the solution. So we are looking to give the solution to the middle segment as well as the lower mid segment as well. So if you see
Why your specs, actually these are some points which separates us, or you can say why we have to choose your specs. So first of all, ours is an internationally quality standard. I mean, the products which we are making, the lenses which we are making are all through an international quality standard like ISO. We have the widest eyewear collection. We have 500 plus collections we have in our portfolio. Apart from that, we are using centrally controlled fitting. So we have MEIs, machines which will be shown later in this presentation, through which we are cutting and fitting our spectacles. So there are very less chances of getting the rejections, which as per the industry trends are very high. In our case, it's low because we are doing this all through a robotic technology, MEI machines. So again, at the fourth point, it's like 14 days, no question asked return policy is there with us. So again, it's very suitable for the customers that we don't ask any question. If there is a return, we do it, as it is. The most important is our products are, a value for money. It's affordable products at a very good price. Okay. The main thing is we have our own manufacturing facility in Noida. Okay, and we are exporting to different countries. Like we are exporting to more than 40 countries as the moment. So all the lenses which are made are all export quality. Whereas the other people in the market, they are, they don't have the export quality standard. They use, the technologies and all are all, Indian made. So these are some of the points why you have to choose your specs.
So these are the few samples. If you can see the pictures. So when we are doing the eye checkups, so we are ensuring that we are maintaining the hygiene as well as we are maintaining the quality standards which are required for eye checkup. Whether it is about the hygiene, whether it is about the equipments, or it is about the measuring rightly the vision. So this is all about the manufacturing unit, where you can see that the maximum work which is being done, it is through the MEI machines, which is done by, like you can say in layman language, this is all done by the robotic machines only. So the fitting, cutting, coatings on the lenses, everything is done by machines. So there is very less chance of human error or rejection in QC. So we ensure that whatever the products we are delivering to you and our customer, it is maintaining on the high quality, and we try to deliver on urgent basis.
So this here you can see the MEI which I was talking about. So it's an automatic, it's an easy fit automatic machine, imported machine from Italy. So this can cut any type of lenses. Like for example, sometimes it's a challenge for us to give a curvy type of lenses. So this machine cuts any type of lenses, any type of material, like hard material 1.59, which is a very hard material. So we can cut any type of lenses, any shapes. So this is an automatic machine, and the correct and the errors are very minimal. It's can say so, no errors, error free. So if we come about some of our achievements till date, when we have started your specs, so we have more than 500 plus frame models which we have now, in our portfolio. So we have served one lakh plus customer throughout the pan India. We have delivered to 700 plus location to pan India. So these are some of our achievements. So thank you very much for your time, and please let us know if you have any questions.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Anshuman, for sharing this input with us, with our people. So guys, we are starting our Q&A process. If you have any questions, you can write in the Q&A box. I'll take up the questions. There are a few things which I would want to ask you, Anshuman and Sameer, if you can let me know. What is the criteria to start this franchisee? If you can just let us know.
So for this, we need a space. If we talk about, it is around 400 to 500 square feet area we needed for the optical store, because we have to make the setup for eye checkup, as well as we have to make the display of the products as well. So 400 to 500 is the ideal. We can even go up to 600, 700 as well if we have, or else this is a suitable and ideal area which we needed. And if we talk about the investment, then the investment range is between 25 to 30 lakh. And why I'm saying it is variable, because it depends upon the infrastructure cost in the tier 1, tier 2 cities. So on the basis of that, it will be a bit fluctuating. I can give you a quick brief about the investment. So 3 lakh rupees will be your franchise fees. 4 lakh rupees will be the deposit against the inventory, which is the returnable. 7 lakh rupees will be the costing of your assets for the eye checkup equipments and everything. And approximately, you can say roughly like 12 to 14 lakh rupees of the infrastructure, design, interior, that costing, you can consider that store build up cost. So roughly it will fall under 25 to 30 lakh rupees. And the ROI which we are expecting, it is somewhere around between 22 to 25 months.
The ROI you are saying between 20 to 25 months. And what is the break-even period?
The break-even period is 18 months. The break-even period is 18 months.
All right.
Yeah.
I can see Chandan, you're raising hand. So I would request you to please write your question into the Q&A box so that I can take up your question. There is one more question I would want to ask you. Is there any criteria to when we are finalizing our location? So there are two things which I want to interconnect. One, what is a suitable location as per you? Plus, is there any criteria to choose ground floor or first floor? Like how you go ahead with this?
So for this, for any optical shop, any optical outlet, the ideal area is the ground floor, so that it is having the more visibility. And it is asked by someone that the interior and everything will your specs do. So yes, definitely we will do the everything, and we will make a ready to go store for you, and we will hand over to you. So we are available in FOFO, and if someone is interested in multi-unit, then we are available for FOCO model as well.
Yeah. And the location of the shop should be, in a market area, because the optics is always something which should be near the market area.
Yes, where you can get footfall easily.
Yes, where you can get a good footfall, right?
Okay, so Mr. Atul has asked a question. I think he's talking about the FOCO model, because he's mentioned that your specs will do all the interior and all. Your specs need only space.
Yeah.
So if you can just brief a little bit about the FOCO model.
So in FOCO model, whatever the investment you are making, so we will make the everything live for you, like whether it is interior, assets. Even we will be able to help you in the manpower hiring and training of the staff as well. And also we will be doing the digital marketing of your stores, whichever is available in your area. So particularly area wise marketing we will do for your store. And if I talk about the return, so in FOFO model, we will be giving you the 30% of the net sale for your specs brand. And if there is anything of Luxottica like Ray-Ban, Oakley, other premium brands, so there will be a 20% of return on the net sale.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Mr. Pranay is asking, what is the profit margin?
So yeah, as I mentioned, the profit margin of 30% on sale of your specs product, which is our own brand, and 20% on premium brands like Ray-Ban, Oakley, Moog, other brands like that.
Can you please let me know about the average ticket size if we talk about?
So average ticket size, if we talk about, it will be somewhere around 3,500. If we see considering that single vision and progressive everything. But yes, we have products available on lower range as well. Like as I mentioned, 599 is the starting range, and we are having the premium products also. Like in the lenses, we are having like up to 20-30,000 also. So we will be able to cater all kind of segment, like whether it is lower mid segment, mid segment,
or high
even premium segment also we can cater in your specs.
Okay, and we are only doing the offline stores, or we do have online platform also?
Yes, we do have the online platform.
So how the franchisee partner going to get benefit of these online platforms?
So because if we see in optical field, it is required to get the eye testing done. So franchise partner definitely will be having the more advantage than the online. And if we say about that online and offline difference in optical industry, so offline business is almost 80 to 90% than the online business. So in online, you can have a more sales of like sunglasses and other thing. But in eyeglasses, it is preferable. Mostly people prefer to have the eye checkup done and then check the glasses as per their fitting and design they want, and they want to order it.
Like for example, if the glasses are plain without any power, so the customer mainly orders those like the computer glasses and plano power without power. But in the offline store, people go and check their eyes. You know, they prefer to go and check their eyes and make the spectacle there itself. So in that way, you know, of online has its own set of advantages, and offline has its own set of advantages. So it's, you can see like this. Even the progressive lens which are made, you know, if someone is giving online, it's okay, but you know, people prefer to go to the stores to have their eye checked, to have their eye measured, you know, and then they order. So that's why, you know, it's a separate business.
So we are doing number glasses as well as fashion glasses as well.
Yes, we are doing both. We are doing the number glasses as well as special, prescription glasses in both clear as well as in the photochromic, or you can say the sunglasses.
Even we are having the power sunglasses option
Yes,
available
yes.
with the different color and different coatings.
And what is our targeted audience? If we talk about like what kind of audience we are targeting for this brand?
We are targeting a mid segment, you know, the lower and mid segment audience. You know, the ticket size, like Arjuman told, is three to 3,500 is the one which we are targeting.
This is what we are targeting on the average ticket value for a store. But yes, we will be able to cater people who want a spectacle in 1,000-1,200 also. We will be able to give that thing. And if someone is looking for like 2,000, 2,500, we have the so many ranges available in the lenses and as well as in the frames also.
Okay.
Yes.
One last question I would want to ask you: how are we different from the similar kind of brands like Lenskart and all? Even there is an investor, Mr. Atuli, is asking, will it work against Lenskart? So yeah, my question is almost similar to this. If you can answer.
See, if we talk about will it work with other brands, whether it is any brand, I will not take any name of that. So definitely the kind of range and models which we are having in our your specs. So definitely we can cater maximum of the people because we are having trendy collection also, as well as the basic whatever the models we are having. And apart from that, what separate us from other brands, whether any retail chain, they are not manufacturing
Yes.
their own lenses in that.
So that's the biggest advantage which we have, with others manufacturing, because they don't have any their own manufacturing at the moment. Okay, but we are a lens makers. We are making the lens for the last 60 years. Okay, and we are opening these franchisees to serve customer in a better way. You know, the only difference, as a manufacturer and as a service provider, is that manufacturer knows how to dispense the lens properly. So that's where our expertise comes in, and our return rate falls. whereas the return rate from other people are more.
So as someone has asked, will it work against the lens card? So if I tell you in the offline, so it is somewhere around 7 to 8% of the return they are having on whatever the spectacle they are selling. And if we talk about RA, it is hardly 1 or 2%.
Rightly said. All right, thank you so much. Thanks a lot, Anshuman and Sameer, for joining us today and sharing so much input. I think it's going to be really helpful for the investors who have joined us today, and if they want to go into the same brand or similar kind of prospect, they'll definitely get in touch with us. Thanks a lot for joining us. Thank you so much. Have a lovely
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
Neha.
Neha.
Thank you
Thank you
for
so
giving
much.
us this opportunity. Thank
And
you very
thank you
much.
so much everyone for joining and listening us.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks everyone.
So moving forward to our next brand, Never Own. Open Box Electronics and Lifestyle Goods Store is a premium brand associated with the re-commerce of branded electronics and other household items, which either have been directly procured from the OEM under excess inventory category or unboxed items returned by the customers on leading e-commerce portals. They are committed to providing comprehensively quality checked products at deep discounts to the market prices. Today we have Mr. Rajan Sood, CEO at Neverown, with us on this platform to brief you more about this Neverown brand and how this works and how you can be a part of this brand as a franchise partner and explore this opportunity into Indian market. Rajanji, first of all, I would like to welcome you on this platform today. And I would want to request you to please brief us about this brand, what this brand do exactly, how they're working, how the investors and the partners can join and they can work and expand their business into the same segment.
Sure, Neha. Thank you so much, first of all, for providing us an opportunity to present our business to this elite audience. So, hi everyone. I'm Rajan Sood, as mentioned by Neha. I'm the founder CEO for OpenBox Inc., which owns brand Neverown. And we are a high growth startup based in Delhi. And we are trying to set up our pan India presence through our dealer and retailer network, which we already have, and yet to be appointed franchisee partners under the recently launched franchisee program last week. We are aspiring to become the largest B2B and B2C re-commerce business for open box consumer electronics and large appliances. So I have a very long presentation today to give to you, but given the paucity of time, so I'll keep it tightly restricted to the end objective, which is why you need to be associated with Neverown as a brand and why you need to be a part of open box electronics as an industry. So I'll briefly touch upon the overall industry category overview of what is this industry all about, which we are referring as an open box electronics industry. What is the problem that we are trying to solve as a brand? What is the overall opportunity size that we are trying to cover? What Neverown as a brand is associated with, what it stands for. And I'll also give you a glimpse on our distribution capabilities, online and offline both. And ultimately, again, the core objective, why you should be associating with Neverown as a brand and set up your franchisee as a part of this overall industry that we will further talk about. We'll also get into the nitty-gritties of the franchisee model and obviously the commercials, how they are going to work in your favor. So we'll start with the basics. When we talk about consumer electronics and home appliances market, which all products they become a part of it. So we can divide this into two categories. One is major appliances, which are all large appliances which we use in our daily lives, which includes refrigerators, freezers, LEDs, dishwashers, washing machines, microwaves, air conditioners, home theaters, and under major appliances. Then all rest of the small appliances like juicer, mixer, grinder, irons, water purifiers, air purifiers, anything else that we use as a part of our daily lives. So the overall market size is very, very big when we talk about consumer electronics and small home appliances at an overall level. The industry size is as big as $80 billion. We are expecting this market to further grow and become around $140 billion worth of an industry in the next 3 years. So out of this, there are different categories where we source our material from. So as far as our supply chain is concerned, there are primarily 4 categories that we source our material from. The primary category remains the e-com returns. So anything a customer buys online from leading e-com platforms like Amazon, Flipkart, Reliance Digital, Tata Chroma. So in case the customer ends up returning that product, so that product is not relisted back on the platform, because as per regulation, so a product which has been returned by the customer, it cannot be categorized as new. So primarily our sourcing happens from e-com returns, but we also include other categories like excess inventory, which means if a company or a brand has produced some product in excess, which is not saleable through their regular distribution channel, so they end up liquidating that entire stock to vendors like us. And the third category is the transit damage category. Stock, brand new material being sent to a retailer or a distributor in case it faces some damage during the transit on their outer boxes, or some scratches or minor dents which the product would have received. So that stock also gets procured by us. And finally, the last category is the end of life category. Some product again produced in excess, but in the meanwhile, the technology gets changed or there is a new brand which has to be launched. So the entire product or material which is lying on retailer or distributor shelf, that is liquidated in order to bring the new product into vogue. So these 4 categories comprise a part of the open box market that we are addressing. So at an overall level, out of the $80 billion industry, which I spoke about, approximately 7% belongs to this open box product category. So as we speak today, the market size is as huge and as large as around 6 lakh crore rupees. And we are expecting this market to continue to grow and become double in the next 2 to 3 years, which means the overall market size will be as big as $11 billion, which is more than 10 lakh crore rupees. So the problem that we are trying to address by launching a brand, by launching a business in this open box electronics as an industry is the market itself is totally fragmented. So it is being dominated by very small players who are available in all cities, all markets in a very small fashion in different markets. Without any transparency, without providing any quality assurance, they are selling the stock. And at times, the stock is being sold by retailers as a brand new stock as well. So the end customer does not get to understand whether this is an open box product or this is a brand new product. And as a result of which, they are not able to even benefit from the discounts they should ideally be receiving because the product belongs to the open box as a category. And the problem is multiplying for e-com platforms, because the overall percentage of returns which are happening on online platforms, it is very high today. So by rough industry estimates, it is as high as 30% for electronics as a segment. And this is increasing given the fierce competition that we see amongst these online players like Amazon, Flipkart, and others. So because of the given competition and in a rush to acquire more and more customers, the overall return proportion, it is kind of going through the roof. The industry needs a player like us who can source this material at scale and ultimately deliver the benefit to the end customer by pricing it appropriately and giving a discount which is required to be provided for a product category like this. And other problems also include the diversified sourcing base for any of the player which exist in the market. As I mentioned, it's a fragmented market dominated by very small players. So their sourcing base is not as wide and diversified as I mentioned earlier, which covers all 4 categories which I mentioned. And also around the products and brands which a end customer would want. Right. And the opportunity size for the category itself is huge. So as I mentioned, the overall e-com industry is growing. Last year, the overall GMV of e-com as an industry was as large as $60 billion. And this year it is going to be around $75 billion, and the industry is further growing. So this industry itself, we are expecting e-com as a business, or that online commerce that is happening in the market. So if we are expecting this market to be as big as around $160 billion. So the market size is growing, which means the returns will also grow in proportion to that, in line to the overall growth of the market, which means our sourcing ability for this particular stock, it is going to go up only in the times to come. And the second, the biggest advantage of this industry is there are no fixed margins. So it is not standardized. If you compare the margins for open box electronics as a category, it is far, far higher in comparison to somebody like who is dealing in fresh electronics. Because again, given the fierce competition and the standardization which happens in this fresh products as an industry, so it is easily comparable with one to other. Here, there is no standardization, which means the margin for an industry player or for somebody like who is a part of the distribution channel, it is fairly high. Two more important things which we need to know before we get into the specifics of the business is that it's a very large white space. There is not even one single brand which you can see around you which is capturing this market in totality. There is no single organized player. There is no large player at all which who is able to create this opportunity or multiply this opportunity for a larger distribution network, which means the overall opportunity which is available for a player like us, it is not only restricted to distributing it to the end consumer, but rather even creating an industry platform and ecosystem for open box products in totality. So that's what we are running after. So what does the industry need? So industry needs a brand like Neveron, which procures at scale, which is what we do. Our overall sourcing on a monthly basis, it runs into several crores. And a player which does a comprehensive quality check on any product or any unit which has been sourced from any of the OEMs or e-com platforms, and then finally gives it to the end customer with a performance warranty. That is where Neveron comes into picture. So Neveron, as mentioned by Neha, we are a premium brand which is associated with re-commerce of branded electronics, which are authentically genuine, and other household and lifestyle items, which we procure directly either from the original equipment manufacturer, which includes brands like Samsung, IFB, LG, Whirlpools of the world, and covering all 3-4 categories which we talked about earlier, and then giving it to the end customer. So what is our brand standing for? So we are associating this brand, and this is how we are known in the market also for. So we deal in open box products which are not refurbished. We very categorically suggested that any product that we are selling, it is not refurbished. It is new and totally unused. We provide 100% warranty or any large appliance which is being sold by Neveron. The discounts that Neveron as a brand offers, they are incomparable, they are unbeatable in the market. So the rates that we offer, they're the best. And obviously, any product that you will buy from us, it comes with an assurance, with a guarantee rather, that it is authentic. So we are transforming the overall industry as far as open box products market is concerned. See, the current scenario, as we discussed earlier, it is again being run by an unorganized, fragmented segment of small players who primarily are available only offline. And then there is a small segment of player who would have created their online presence as well in terms of their website with negligible traffic. So there is nobody for the end consumer. So there is no single platform which is available online where they can buy these products at a steep discount. And on top of it, the overall experience further worsens given the fact that there is no warranty which is provided on any open box product which anybody can buy from anyone from the open market. And the assurance on quality itself, it is totally missing. So which means the product purchase which happens from the open market, it lacks trust, it lacks transparency, and it lacks reliability in totally. So how are we different? So what is that we bring on board as Neveron? So number one thing that we do is we deal in a very large range of products. Though the majority of our business, 50%, more than 50% of our business is happening in large electronic appliances, which covers 5 appliances, including LEDs, fridge, ACs, washing machines, and microwaves. But other than that, we have a long tail of products. So in total, we will have a range of around 75, 80 products that we deal in, which gives a lot of choice to the end customer, not only in terms of the overall brands which are available for the customer, but in terms of the selection of the end product also which they would want to use. So basically anything and everything which a customer would want to use or which we use in our normal lives, in our respective houses. So those all products are made available. And then we are very, very selective and cautious in terms of selecting our inventory, the brands that we need to source, the kind of quality that we need to source, which is totally missing in the industry otherwise. What it gives to the end customer is it gives a product which has been extensively quality checked. It gives a product to the customer where he gets a complete comprehensive warranty, 1 year warranty. And then the delivery process that we have for any customer who is ordering a product online, it is totally hassle-free. We end up delivering the product in flat 2 to 3 days. And then, as I mentioned earlier, so our prices are totally unbeatable. So there is no one in the industry, online or offline, who is in a position to compete on the prices with Never as a platform. So three pillars on which are the foundation of Never Owned and OpenBox INC as a business. Number one is affordability, prices, which we talked about, authenticity in terms of the brand that somebody is buying, and obviously the performance warranty which comes along with it. So which makes us very different from the overall industry in terms of quality checks, again, comprehensive warranty and pan-India presence, which is being provided by our online platform. So what do we offer to the customer? What are we promising? What are we providing to the customer? See, we are clearly suggesting that a customer who is buying an overpriced and overhyped consumer electronics product like television or a refrigerator, he should end up getting the maximum value from it. So any amount of money or any single penny that a customer is spending on consumer electronics, we are providing the maximum value to the end customer. So this is our team. I talked about myself. So I'm an MBA marketing, postgraduate in capital and financial markets from IFT Delhi, and a certified digital marketer from MICA Ahmedabad. Then we have three senior leaders in our team who come from consumer durables as an industry, Nikunj, Praveen, and Alok. They have tons of experience on their side as far as consumer durables industry is concerned, and topped up with the open box electronics market as a segment. Gurpreet is a veteran who runs our entire digital marketing effort. So we are very strong as far as our online presence is concerned. I'll give you a glimpse of that as we move forward. So he leads this entire digital marketing effort and other marketing activities that we run on the ground. Anil comes with comprehensive operations experience from large companies like PepsiCo and Castrol. This is our overall background. We started way back in 2018 as a business which was catering only to a B2B as a segment. Then last year in April, we have launched Never Owned as a brand for the end consumer, for the B2C as a segment. And we have been growing all this while in the last 1 year. So we are an empaneled large preferred partner with Flipkart, Amazon, Reliance Digital, Chroma, and most of the OEMs as well, as a distributor of their products under those 4 categories which we talked about, and even under the fresh appliances as a category. Now this year we are aspiring to expand our distribution from our dealer and retailer network, of course, but our pan-India presence, given the fact that we have our online presence also, that is also expanding and increasing footprint across India. So we have 2 company-owned large warehouses, come retail stores, one in Lucknow, second in Delhi. And then we have warehouse in Punjab also. And now we are expanding our presence, as I mentioned earlier, through our franchisee network. We have a very strong presence and distribution as far as dealers are concerned. In any given month, approximately 100 to 150 dealers, they remain active with us, who do active business in terms of their order placement. And all these dealers in turn will have a retailer network of around 15-20 retailers. So indirectly, we have a reach to around 6,000 plus retailers pan-India. And by now, we have already sold our product to more than 50,000 customers who are located across nook and corner of the country. So we are totally kind of spread out. And in terms of our overall product presence also, we are across different categories. We are there in electronics, home appliances, we are in electricals, we deal in cycles, we deal in sport equipment, and several other products as well. And online, as I mentioned, so we have our online platform also. So this is our online presence. So we are likable. We are very well liked by the end customer who makes a purchase from us, either online or offline. All our reviews, which anybody is free to go to Google and see our reviews. The people have given us 5-star rating across the board. So out of the overall reviews which we have received, most of the reviews are 5-star reviews that we have received. That speaks volumes about the effort that we put in terms of satisfying our customers. And then we have a very strong digital presence also in terms of social media. We are there on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn also, with a huge following everywhere, which is 1,000 plus. Our online metrics are the best. Most of the products that we sell online and offline, they are the cheapest available products across different platforms. Our organic traffic is super high on a monthly basis. The overall impressions that we receive, it is 4 million plus. And then there is a brisk business which is happening on an online platform also. So what are we here for? So we're coming to the franchisee thing, which we would want to discuss in detail, and I would welcome any questions that anybody has post this presentation as the format suggests, as Neha has also suggested. So we are looking for somebody like who has a sufficient appetite as far as their financial investment is concerned. Anybody like who already has a location where we can set up a store is definitely welcome. But in case you do not have a store or you do not have a location as of now, so the company will fully support you in terms of finding a location as well. So prior experience in electronics is definitely preferable, but that is not a limiting factor. If somebody doesn't have an experience in the electronics as an industry, it is okay. Uh, so the business background would be preferable in this thing, because in a business like electronics, so your local know-how of the market, it always plays a very important role. The social circle that somebody already has, that natural market that somebody comes along with, that is always a plus plus. But again, as I mentioned earlier, these are not limiting factors, but definitely preferable. So the value proposition for the end franchise partner is, number one, they get a wide range of goods. As I mentioned, we are dealing in 75 plus product categories. So they get this entire category in totality. So from the domestic and international brands. Never owned as a company, we are technology driven. So we have our in-house platforms for POS, for inventory management, and even for ordering. So the order placement between our B2B partners, it happens online on an online platform. So we are totally technology driven. We are building this technology further as we are going along. And we are aspiring to even build an industry-wide platform, a B2B platform, wherein we will start offering liquidation as a service to the e-com platforms, the leading e-com platforms in India. So that's already planned, and we are very aggressively working on that. So what a franchisee partner also gets as a part of value proposition by associating with Never Owned is, we already have a strategic partnership with all brands which we can think of, be it online brands or an offline brand. So we have already tied up with all of them. And the most important and the best part about us is that we are providing a service warranty to the end customer who buys a product from our franchisee partner or directly from the company for 1 full year if somebody is buying a large appliance from us. We have very well defined customer centric policies and processes which would be downloaded to the franchisee partner. So there will not be any confusion in terms of like how the process needs to be done, how a customer needs to be managed, or how a order needs to be fulfilled. We have central warehousing facilities. I told you there are 2 large stores where we do our comprehensive quality testing, and any product which is totally defect free is only sold to the end customer, or it is sent to the franchisee partner. So the responsibility to ensure the quality and providing a product which is defect free lies on the company totally. So our rollout plan is very big. I told you we have launched our franchisee opportunity last week only, but we are planning to be there across India. We are starting with North, followed by East, and then slowly, gradually, we will enter into West and South as well. So we have identified all those locations, all good cities with large population where the prospect and potential of consumer electronics is pretty high. So we'll start with those cities and then followed by smaller locations as well. See, consumer electronics or home appliances, which we talked about, it is one such product which we all as a consumer can also associate with, right? So we are very clear in our head which cities we need to start with first, and then followed by the smaller locations which will be opened up later on. So we have two kind of categories for franchisee models which we have introduced. So number one is a unit franchisee. If you would want to open a standalone store, that is a unit franchise. You can definitely do that. Then somebody who would want to take a multi-unit franchisee in terms of becoming a master franchisee and then opening multiple stores, even that is something which we can facilitate. That's okay. And so most of the things they would belong to franchisee only. The ownership remains with franchisee. The investment would be done by franchisee. Operations on a day-to-day model basis would be run by franchisee under FOFO model. What company does for franchisee is we provide you extensive brand guidelines, how this brand needs to be maintained in shop and for your external branding as well. What company gets is, so we keep a margin on any stock which is given to the franchisee, and on an upfront basis, there is a small association fee also which comes to the company. In terms of roles and responsibility, we have taken a lot of stuff on ourselves because being a new brand, being a new industry, so a lot of responsibility and accountability remains on Neveron in terms of helping the franchisee partner to set up their respective shops. So in terms of site selection, in case somebody doesn't have it, so we will be providing complete assistance in terms of taking those permissions which are required to be taken locally. We provide that assistance as well. And before the operations start, so any staff which needs to be hired, so we have a wide database. We have our association with those people who can provide those resources locally. And given the experience of our three senior leaders who come from consumer durable background only, we know the right resources who should be put into the franchisee shop in order to sell, in order to manage operations, in order to even run the logistics part of it. So digital marketing is our a strong area. We have a dedicated team for digital marketing, so which will run the local campaigns for BTL activities also. Nationally, those campaigns which we will continue to run, and even at a local level, if those campaigns which need to be run in that geographic area, that would be taken care of by the company fully. The supply of products again remains company's responsibility. We will select the products for you. We will ensure that you get the right mix, right brands, and the right lead time from when you order, when you need the product, and when it is supplied. Right, and obviously we will continue to grow and continue to bring in new products, new processes, anything new which is happening in the market. So all those practices would be brought in by the company and passed on to the franchisee partner. On a day-to-day basis, so franchisee is expected to run the operations because we are exclusively running FOFO model only. So we expect the franchisee partner to follow all those procedures, those operating guidelines that we will provide, maintaining hygiene inside the stores, all those basics that they need to keep in place and run the business on a day-to-day basis. A little repetition of what we have already talked about. So there is this company support which is available pre-opening also in terms of store development, training the resources, and operational support in terms of providing those softwares which I mentioned earlier. See, we are a technology-oriented company. We are totally technology-focused. We totally understand in terms of in order to grow our business faster for our franchisee partners and ourselves also, we'll need to work a lot around technology. That's what we have done. We will provide point of sale software and accounting support to our franchisee partners, and along with that, an inventory management module will also be provided. Yeah, and post opening also on a regular basis, so the business would be supported by our resources centrally. We have a very strong franchisee support team, which we have recently hired and trained very well in terms of ensuring that everything that we need a franchisee to maintain it is complied with. We will support you in terms of design of the store, the billing part of it, the operational support, end-to-end support would be provided to you. And what responsibility we also take along with that, that any assured margin that we are suggesting that I'll talk about in the subsequent slide, the company takes full responsibility to ensure that you make that margin which we are talking about here. And marketing, of course, we will continue to do on an ongoing basis. Yeah, so this is the final commercial plan. This is my last slide and a very important one. So 3 franchisee models that we have introduced. The largest one is 5,000 square feet plus. This is a master franchisee model which needs an investment of around 1.5 crore rupees. And all expenses we have already included as a part of these commercials. which include salaries, rent, electricity, overheads, logistics, everything we have already incorporated as a part of our financial model. And we are very confident since these models, they have been extensively tested in the last 1 year in our 2 stores, which are being run by us only. We are very confident that any number that I am talking about or showing here on this slide, we will beat it very, very comfortably. So the average ROI that we are suggesting in this largest model, it is 65 or 60% plus. The payback period is less than 2 years, which means you recover your initial capital in flat 2 years or even lesser than that. Agreement period will remain for 5 years. What this model provides you is, since this is a master franchisee model, it gives you an exclusivity for a specific geography. So depending on the size and of the city where this franchisee, master franchisee will come in place, either we can give the city in total, or in case it is a smaller, or in case it's a smaller state, we can even give an exclusivity of a full state, wherein this master franchisee partner would be free to open multiple stores across different districts or different cities within a specific state. The second model, 2,500 square feet, is again a model which comes with exclusivity, but for a smaller geography. If in case it's a larger city, then the exclusivity remains limited to a specific market area within that particular city. It needs an investment of around 70 lakh rupees. How this investment is divided across 3 models that we will talk about. See, the majority of this investment, 80% plus, goes towards inventory only. That inventory that you will buy, which you will ultimately sell in order to make your margins, the maximum portion gets allocated to that. We have kept our overall interiors and exteriors very minimal. We would want to provide, and that's what we are doing in our existing stores also, a very non-intimidating kind of a shopping space is being provided to the end customers, wherein discounts become the primary attraction for the end customer, followed by again the assurance on the brand authenticity and service warranty. So we are not spending too much as far as the interior part is concerned. So we are not competing against Chroma or Reliance Digitals of the world. So we would keep our interiors basic to the extent of providing a clean flooring, clean walls, proper lighting, and that would be all. Similarly, the third model, that 1,200 square feet model, it is a smallish model, which may not even cover the full product range given the space constraint, but it needs the smallest investment, which is again to the tune of around 35 lakh rupees. 80% of that again goes towards inventory, and the rest is towards fit out. And here the payback period is little stretched, given again the limited inventory that would be provided to this franchise partner. But again, highly profitable model. The average ROI under this model is also around 50% plus, which is again incomparable or very competitive in comparison to any other franchise that you would take from established brands or even the startup brands. So that would be all from my side, Neha. I think we can get into Q&A in case somebody has any questions. I'll be very happy to answer them.
Yes, actually, we do have some questions. So because we are limited with the time, so I won't be able to take up all the questions, but I'll start taking up the maximum I can. Mr. Tarun is asking, the outlet can be opened in a remote area also?
See, for now, we are avoiding that. See, given the fact that we have recently launched the brand, we would want to cover the larger cities first, because in terms of logistics also, it becomes easier for us to manage inventory on a regular basis. In case it's a remote area, it becomes problematic for the franchise partner and for us as well. So for now, we will avoid that.
Okay. Mr. Ashish is asking, what about the service providing? So are you also providing services post sales?
100%. See, I repeatedly continued to mention throughout my presentation that ours is the only brand and the only company in open box electronics as a space which is providing performance warranty. Nobody across the industry does that, and nobody can afford to do that. But here we are providing a 1 year comprehensive on-site service warranty to an end customer. So this service warranty works in 2 ways. See, for larger brands, for bigger brands like Samsung, IFB, LGs of the world, see, most of the brands, since they are unused, they are new, so the warranty itself gets provided by the brand directly. But in case of few brands, few online brands, in case this warranty is not being provided by the brand, then we cover it for them. So we have our association with a national player, very large company, which has their pan-India presence. So wherever our customer is, our end customer is provided with an app from our service partner and a toll-free number. All they need to do is they need to call this number, and within flat 24 hours, a service person would be at their doorstep.
All right. One more question is there. What is the percentage we get in return post sale?
We don't entertain any returns. See, that's how this business model is. We ask the customer to check it extensively in case a customer is walking into the store. So we quality test it in front of the customer also. There are technical people available who will switch on the product, show it to him that it is fully functional. Until unless, and for online orders also, until unless the product gets damaged during the transit, there are no returns that we entertain. We cleanly and plainly and very transparently tell the customer that a product which is an open box product, which means it has already been returned from the e-com platform, we cannot continue to bear additional charges in terms of to and fro for the transit of the product. So we don't do that. We provide service if he is facing a problem in terms of functionality, which ideally they should not, because we comprehensively test the product before delivering it to the end customer. But in case still somebody is facing a problem, there is a service type which I had already talked about. So we'll take care of it at customer's place rather than bringing back the product to our place.
Okay, so I'll end this with the last question, which I would want to take up. Mr. Atul is asking, he was checking while looking up, while watching us live. He did check the site with Amazon, and Amazon already has lower pricing. How will never own do against other online services?
It's not possible at all. See, any product that we are selling, with few exceptions, see, because how it happens with online platforms is they continue to come up with some random offers every now and then. So given the fact we have recently crossed this Independence Day sale and stuff, so it is impossible. So the minimum discount that we provide for our product in comparison to an online platform, it is around 20%. See, on more than, see, I showed you one of the slides wherein 95% of the products which we have listed on our platform, they are cheaper than any competing platform online. Any competing platform. So 5% exception, as I mentioned earlier, at times we are not able to keep a track of any product where there is a price fall all of a sudden. So that exception will remain. But otherwise, the minimum discount that we offer to our end customer is 20% in comparison to online prices. And in few of the cases, it goes as high as 50, 60, 70% also. So for example, if you're getting something for 100 rupees from Amazon or Flipkart, the minimum price that you will find on our platform would be 80 rupees. And in several cases, you will find it to be 50, 60 rupees also.
Okay. So I wanted to end up with the last question, but I'll take one more question. What is the margin per product that the franchisee can expect? Mr. Minaj is asking.
Yeah, see, on a blended inventory, see, because the margins, they vary product to product, category to category, there are different margins. On a blended inventory that we will provide to you, the margin assurance is 25% plus.
Okay. Thank you so much. So we still have some questions, but because of the shortage of time, won't be able to take up all the questions. Thanks a lot, Mr. Rajan, for joining us today. It was really lovely hosting you today for this on this webinar. And it was really good to know about your brand in detail. So all the very best for this brand as it's new in market, but the concept is really unique. It's really good. And if, as per your words that you're saying that the prices you have are cheaper than whatever we can get into other platforms. So I hope it is this way only. So way to go. Thank you so very much. Thanks a lot. Have a lovely evening ahead.
Thank you, Neha. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone for joining today.
So with this now, let's talk about our next brand, Hariom Electronics. As it's clear by the name that this brand deals into electronic items. So let me tell you that this brand started its own showroom in Kamla Nagar, Delhi in 1984. Their main focus is customer satisfaction and to provide the best product at the best price with magnificent services after the sale. They also believes in the theory of karma. Today we do have Mr. Gaurav Juneja from Hariom Electronics. Gauravji, I would like to welcome you on our platform today. Thanks a lot for joining us and thank you for waiting for so long. So I would request you to please brief us more about the brand and the franchisee opportunities available for our investors. Over to you, Gauravji.
Thank you, Neha. Thank you for inviting me. So just sharing my So are you able to see the screen? Yeah.
No, not yet. In case you're not able to share the screen, I'll help you out. Meanwhile, you can start briefing. I'll share the screen.
I think there's some glitch in.
No problem. I'll share the screen. I do have the presentation.
Yeah,
You can
please.
start
Please.
briefing. I'll
Yeah.
share the screen.
So, hi everyone. My name is Gaurav Juneja. I'm a father to a magical girl and a dynamic boy, and husband to a superwoman. Director of Hariom Retail Private Limited, properly known as Hariom Electronics. We are specialized in retail and wholesale of consumer electronics, IT, and mobile phones. In last almost 40 years, Hariom has helped more than 33 lakh customers to save their 118 crores of rupees through their multiple stores in 3 states. Our catalog includes 6,400 products across 54 categories and more than 100 brands. The brands which we deal are like Sony, Samsung, LG. Do you name the brands? We all deal in all the brands. We even deal in premium brands like Bose, Marshall, uh, Dyson. We deal all kind of brands like this. So coming together, yeah. So this is one of the photo of our stores. So this shows that what kind of products we deal. We are purely into multi-brand or retail, like 54 categories, more than 100 brands we deal. So we have a stores around 23 stores we are currently running, in which we have five franchisee stores also. So the best thing is that we have an experience of running franchisee stores from 2018 onwards. So we just collaborated with Franchise India last month only. So now we are open to for franchisee stores in Delhi and NCR in the North region also. Uh, Neha, can you roll out? Next. सो करंटली अगर हम बात करें तो हरिओम इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स के बारे में बात करूं तो हरिओम इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स प्योरली फैमिली ड्रिवन बिजनेस है, जिसमें दो लोग हैं डायरेक्टर, एक मैं गौरव जुनेजा और एक मेरे फादर हैं सुनील जुनेजा। वो भी वेटरन है इस इंडस्ट्री के, चार मोर देन 40 इयर्स हो चुके हैं इसी इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स इंडस्ट्री में, रिटेल में कस्टमर्स को डील करते हुए। हमारा प्योर एंड प्योर कस्टमर रिलेशनशिप पे काम है। वी आर ऑल्सो डिजिटलाइज, हमारा अपना वेबसाइट भी है, वी डील ऑन वेबसाइट्स ऑल्सो, बट हमारा प्योर जो कस्टमर बेस है और रिटेल का है, वी डील इन 1-to-1 customers. We have a team of more than 500 people working with us. और स्टोर्स की बात करूं तो दिल्ली में भी हैं, यूपी में हैं हमारे स्टोर्स, और हरियाणा के कुछ स्टेट्स में हैं। वी आर करंटली ओपनिंग इन, अभी हम राजस्थान में भी नेक्स्ट मंथ ओपन कर रहे हैं। हम नेक्स्ट स्लाइड पे आएंगे आप प्लीज। तो मैंने ब्रांचेस आपको बता दी, 23 ब्रांचेस वी आर डीलिंग। ऑफ कोर्स वी हैव, हमारे पोर्टल से भी हम काम करते हैं, डायरेक्ट ऑनलाइन रिटेल में भी काम करते हैं। डिलीवरी हमारी सेंट्रलाइज है, हम एक सेंट्रलाइज गोडाउन से अपने दिल्ली से काम करते हैं, जहां पे हम सारे प्रोडक्ट्स का इन्वेंट्री मैनेजमेंट प्रॉपर डिजिटल सिस्टम के थ्रू करते हैं, जो हमारे हर एक सेल्स के और हमारे हर फ्रेंचाइजी के लिए ओपन रहता है, जो यू कैन इजीली सी व्हाट इज अवेलेबल, व्हाट इज नॉट अवेलेबल। प्रॉपर आईएमएस सिस्टम लगा हुआ है, जो कि हर एक स्टोर के लिए डिफाइंड इन्वेंट्रीज और डिफाइंड प्लानोग्राम्स हैं। नेक्स्ट पे प्लीज। सो जब हम कैटेगरीज की बात करते हैं तो एयर कंडीशन, एलईडी, लैपटॉप, वॉशिंग मशीन, मोबाइल फोन, रेफ्रिजरेटर, किचन वेयर लाइक chimneys, also chimneys, cooktops, even small appliances like mixer, grinders, irons. We have all kind of products category whichever you need at home. जो घर में चाहिए होता है वो सभी कैटेगरीज हैं हमारे पास। और पिछले दिनों में इवन आप देखेंगे कोविड के दौरान भी इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स प्रोडक्ट ही एक ऐसा प्रोडक्ट था जिसमें रेगुलर ग्रोथ आई है। जितना लोगों ने घर में समय बिताया है उतना अपने घर को और खूबसूरत बनाने की कोशिश करी है। नेहा मैम नेक्स्ट स्लाइड पे जाएंगे। ये कुछ हमारी मल्टी ब्रांड स्टोर्स की फोटोग्राफ्स हैं। नेक्स्ट मैम स्लाइड प्लीज। So this is my father, Sunil Juneja. He's a veteran in the industry. He's almost working in 40 years now. Next, ma'am. मैंने आपको अपने बारे में बता ही दिया। मैम नेक्स्ट स्लाइड प्लीज। सो आज का एजेंडा हमारा ये है आपको ये बताने का कि एक तो इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स इंडस्ट्री जो है वो कंसिस्टेंटली ग्रो कर रही है और अभी बहुत गैप है इंडिया के अंदर लोगों की बाइंग में। अभी लोग इतना अभी एयर कंडीशन सिर्फ हमारा 7% तक ही गया है। और जो हमारा सबसे मतलब जो है टेलीविजन जिसको हम बोलते हैं दैट इज अगेन ओनली 60% हाउस होल्ड है। और उसमें भी अब चेंज ओवर आ रहा है बिकॉज एलसीडी एलईडी now QLEDs and OLEDs are coming up. So people are changing frequently also. हर 4-5 साल में लोग अपना टीवी बदल देते हैं। रेफ्रिजरेटर्स ऑल्सो अभी रेफ्रिजरेटर में बहुत हमारे पास स्कोप है। अभी सिर्फ लेस देन 40% घरों में रेफ्रिजरेटर जा चुका है और वॉशिंग मशीन तो सिर्फ अभी 20% लोगों के घर ही गई है। एयर कंडीशनिंग में सबसे बड़ा स्कोप है और आज की डेट में इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स की इंडस्ट्री का सबसे बड़ा कैटेगरी भी बन चुका है एयर कंडीशनिंग बिकॉज उसमें फास्टेस्ट ग्रोथ है। अभी सिर्फ 7% लोगों के घर में एयर कंडीशनिंग गया है। अगर हम कंपेयर करें इसको बाकी कंट्री से जो ब्राजील है या कनाडा है या चाइना है वे अहेड है। अगर आप ग्राफ में भी देख सकते हो कि अभी इंडिया बहुत पीछे है क्योंकि इकोनॉमी भी ग्रो कर रही है इस समय इंडिया की और पूरा वर्ल्ड इंडिया पे देख रहा है इस समय। आज के डेट में ऐसा कोई ब्रांड नहीं है जो इंडिया में काम नहीं करना चाहता। सो अब वो वाला समय भी नहीं है कि जहाँ पे पुराना टेक्नोलॉजी इंडिया में मिलता है। आज के डेट में लेटेस्ट टेक्नोलॉजी लेटेस्ट मॉडल्स और हर चीज इंडिया में अवेलेबल है। और जो आज खरीदने जा रहा है जो अपने घर को सजा रहा है या आप भी अपने घर को सजाते हैं तो आप भी बेस्ट टू बेस्ट प्रोडक्ट ही घर में लेना चाहते हैं बिकॉज इट अगेन ये इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स के जो प्रोडक्ट है जब आप घर में लगाते हैं तो इट्स अ साइन ऑफ टू शो ऑफ योर सेल्फ कि आपकी एक पर्सनालिटी का रिफ्लेक्शन होता है ये। सो आप किस तरह के प्रोडक्ट्स उसको यूज करते हैं किस ब्रांड को यूज करते हैं इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कंज्यूमर में सबसे ज्यादा रिफ्लेक्ट करता है वो। मैम नेक्स्ट स्लाइड में जाएंगे। अगेन यही जो स्टेट वाइज किस स्टेट में कौन सा टेलीविजन का कितना कितना ज्यादा है कितना कम है ये सारा वो डेटा है। आई थिंक यू कैन सी ऑल्सो। अभी मैं थोड़ा जल्दी आपको भी फ्री करूंगा। नेक्स्ट उसमें आ जाइए। अगेन यही जो हमने अभी बात करी कि पेनिट्रेशन माइक्रोवेव की सिर्फ 5% है रेफ्रिजरेटर की वॉशिंग मशीन की 10% है एयर कूलर्स की 17% है हाईएस्ट अभी सिर्फ फैंस है जो कि 80% है। तो ह्यूज स्कोप है इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स में। आज की डेट में सबसे ज्यादा स्कोप है। अभी तक जब जैसा इंसान पैसा कमाना बढ़ता है तो पहले वो अपने खाने पीने में खर्चता है फिर कपड़ों पे खर्चता है नेक्स्ट उसका लाइफस्टाइल उसके इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स से ही आता है उसके घर में। गाड़ी उसके बाद आती है सबसे पहले इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स आता है। आप इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स किस तरह का ले रहे हैं किस तरह का आपने घर में इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स यूज करा आपका पर्सनल गैजेट आपका मोबाइल फोन आप कौन सा यूज कर रहे हैं बहुत इफेक्ट करता है। So there is a strong demand of all the electronics products. Similarly, ये washing machine की growth को भी दिखा रहा है। Next slide, ma'am. Refrigerator again, that how the brands like multi brands अभी refrigerator में इतने brands घुस रहे हैं। All the international brands are coming in India. Now Electrolux has come, LG, Samsung, Whirlpool तो एक नॉर्मल था ही। इसके बाद अब हायर बहुत तेजी से ग्रो कर रहा है। Voltas, Beko is there. Electrolux is coming. The brands and customer के लिए जिस तरह से अपॉर्चुनिटीज ग्रो कर रही हैं ब्रांड्स के लिए जो जिस तरह से वैरायटी क्रिएट हो रही है वो अबंडेंस है। सो अभी ऐसा नहीं है कि हमें सिर्फ 3 या 4 तरीके के ब्रांड्स मिलेंगे या 3 से 4 तरह के कलर्स मिलेंगे। अनइमेजिबल क्लैरिटी है इस समय। इतने खूबसूरत रेफ्रिजरेटर्स आ रहे हैं और एवरी डे न्यू मॉडल्स आर कमिंग अप। मैम नेक्स्ट स्लाइड। Same with air conditioning. So air conditioning is also growing in India as the most fastest. इस समय इंडिया ऑलमोस्ट साल के 1 करोड़ से ज्यादा एसी बनाने की कैपेसिटी इंडिया में आ चुकी है। इट इज नॉट ओनली कि वो हमें इंपोर्ट करना पड़ रहा है बल्कि यहाँ बन रहा है क्योंकि डिमांड उस तरह से हमारी अभी पेनिट्रेशन सिर्फ 7% की है। अगर 100% जिस तरह से चाइना पहुंच चुका है एसी में, या जापान 91% पहुंच चुका है, तो वी हैव अ वेरी लॉन्ग वे टू गो। सो कैटेगरी हमारी इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स की सभी में काफी स्कोप है। अगेन अगर हम रिटेल इंडस्ट्री की भी बात करें तो इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स कंज्यूमर ड्यूरेबल रेगुलर ग्रोथ के अंदर है। फूड एंड ग्रोसरी के बाद अगर वैल्यू वाइज सबसे बड़ी कोई इंडस्ट्री आती है जो कि इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स की है। नेक्स्ट मैम। सो क्यों इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स इंडस्ट्री ग्रो करेगी, ये रीजंस मुझसे ज्यादा आप सबको जरूर पता होंगे, क्योंकि लोगों के पावर इंक्रीज हो रही है परचेज करने की, लोगों को अपना लाइफस्टाइल इंक्रीज करना है, अर्बनाइजेशन बढ़ रहा है, देयर इज इंक्रीज इन डिमांड ऑफ प्रीमियम अप्लायंसेस। अब एक्चुअल में सिर्फ रेफ्रिजरेटर नहीं चाहिए, सिर्फ वॉशिंग मशीन नहीं चाहिए, कस्टमर को खूबसूरत रेफ्रिजरेटर चाहिए, बड़ा रेफ्रिजरेटर चाहिए, अपने लाइफस्टाइल अपने स्टाइल के हिसाब से रेफ्रिजरेटर चाहिए। पर कैपिटा इनकम बढ़ रही है, लोगों का स्टैंडर्ड ऑफ लिविंग बढ़ रहा है, एनर्जी एफिशिएंसी चाहिए। देयर आर लॉट ऑफ रीजंस व्हाई पीपल आर इन डिमांड ऑफ। और सबसे बड़ी चीज जो इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स की डिमांड बढ़ रही है, फैमिली न्यूक्लियर हो रही है, मैन पावर घर में कम है खुद से हाथ से काम करने के लिए। सो वी नीड प्रोडक्ट्स, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक गैजेट्स टू मूव, टू वर्क, टू मेक आवर वर्क इजी। हमारे काम को आसान करने के लिए हमें इलेक्ट्रॉनिक गैजेट्स की दिन बर दिन जरूरत पड़ रही है। कोविड में आपने देखा कि हाउस हेल्प्स घर पे नहीं आ रहे थे, तो वॉशिंग मशीन फुली ऑटोमेटिक की डिमांड बूम हुई। सिमिलरली वैक्यूम क्लीनर्स, सिमिलरली डिश वॉशर, कपड़े धोने से लेकर बर्तन धोने के लिए भी आपको इंसान पे डिपेंडेंट थे, बट अब डिश वॉशर्स का डिमांड बढ़ रहा है, बिकॉज कम से कम मैन पावर यूज करके कैसे आप एफिशिएंसी बढ़ा सकते हो, कैसे वो कर रहे हो, उतना ज्यादा गैजेट्स का यूज हो रहा है। नेक्स्ट स्लाइड मैम। सो एज इनकम सेगमेंट इज ऑल्सो इंक्रीजिंग, आपको पता ही है, तो उस वजह से भी इंडिया में इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स की जरूरत बढ़ रही है। नेक्स्ट लेवल मैम। तो हम क्या प्रपोज कर रहे हैं अभी, हम जो प्रपोज कर रहे हैं, जो बिजनेस की बात, अब असली बात शुरू होती है यहाँ से, बिजनेस की बात। हम कह रहे हैं कि हमें एमबीओ में काम करेंगे, जहाँ पे मल्टी ब्रांड प्रोडक्ट्स होंगे। सिर्फ एक प्रोडक्ट नहीं होगा, ना सिर्फ सोनी का, ना सिर्फ सैमसंग का, ना सिर्फ एलजी का। वी वांट टू वर्क, वी आर वर्किंग करेंटली इन मल्टी ब्रांड मार्केट। सो मल्टी ब्रांड में हमारा डिपेंडेंस नहीं है एक ब्रांड पे, हमारी इन्वेंट्री मैनेजमेंट बहुत अच्छी हो जाती है। ऐसा नहीं है कि हम लिमिटेड इन्वेंट्री पे काम कर रहे हैं, हमारे पास अनलिमिटेड इन्वेंट्री, और जिस भी प्रोडक्ट, जिस भी ब्रांड की जो सी बेस्ट प्रोडक्ट है, हम वो रख सकते हैं वहां पे। सेकेंडली, हमारा जो प्राइस हाईली कॉम्पिटेटिव है। अभी जिस मार्केट में हम काम कर रहे हैं, वो हमारी मार्केट, दिल्ली मार्केट में हमारा मेजोरिटी काम होता है, और जो सबसे ज्यादा कॉम्पिटेटिव है, चाहे वो ऑनलाइन हो, चाहे वो नेशनल रिटेल हो, बड़े बड़े जितने भी स्टोर्स हो, हम सबको कम्पीट कर सकते हैं, और अभी हम करते हुए भी आ रहे हैं। तो इसी को और बढ़ाने के लिए हम फ्रेंचाइजी की स्ट्रेंथ को भी और डेवलप कर रहे हैं। आपको टॉप के टॉप से टॉप ब्रांड्स मिलेंगे, उसके बेस्ट प्राइसिंग मिलेंगे, और सबसे अच्छी चीज ये होगी कि जो लोकल प्लेयर है, जो आप हो, जो फ्रेंचाइजी है, वो लोकल प्लेयर अपनी इन्फ्लुएंशियल से अपने अच्छे से अच्छे उसको इंक्रीज कर सकता है अपनी सेल्स को। बिकॉज इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स एक ऐसा प्रोडक्ट है, जैसे गोल्ड एक ऐसा प्रोडक्ट है, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक पीपल वांट्स टू बाय थ्रू रेफरेंस। सो रेफरल में बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, अगर आपका रेफरल है, आपकी जान पहचान है, और आपको वही ब्रांडेड चीज अच्छे प्राइस में मिल रही है, सो आप हमेशा प्रेफर करोगे कि मैं एक रेफरल से ब्रांडेड चीज लूँ। सो आपको ब्रांडेड चीज मिलती है, लोकल प्लेयर का रेफरल मिलता है, एमबीओ का एनवायरनमेंट मिलता है, सिमिलरली डिजिटल भी मिलता है आपको। हम ऑनलाइन, हमारा ऑनलाइन पोर्टल भी है, और हमारा सबसे ज्यादा फोकस डिजिटल मार्केटिंग पे है, जिससे हम लीड्स जनरेट करते हैं, और वही लीड्स अपने स्टोर्स पे देते हैं, और वो स्टोर्स उसी लीड को कन्वर्ट करते हैं। और इसका पूरा फनल है, प्रोसेस है, इसके लिए पूरा सीआरएम सिस्टम है जो उसको फॉलो करता है, जो मेक श्योर करता है कि कस्टमर एंड तक जब तक नहीं ले लेता तब तक उसके फॉलोअप चले। नेक्स्ट लेवल मैम, नेक्स्ट स्क्रीन मैम। सो मैंने आपको ये यूएसपी बताई दी है कि मल्टी ब्रांड की है, वर्ल्ड क्लास एक्सपीरियंस, ऑनलाइन शॉपिंग ऑल्सो अवेलेबल, गुड सोशल मीडिया प्रेजेंस है, हमारी क्वालिटी एश्योरेंस तो है ही है, क्योंकि हम सब ब्रांडेड डील करते हैं, टॉप ब्रांड से डील करते हैं, हमारे प्रोडक्ट की सर्विसेज सब कुछ ब्रांड की जिम्मेवारी है देना। और टॉप नॉच कस्टमर को, मतलब कस्टमर को क्यों गॉड बोला जाता है, या क्यों उसकी बात को हम 100% मानते हैं, ये 100% हमारी 40 साल की फिलॉसफी है। हमें कस्टमर ने ही सिखाया है, कस्टमर के प्यार नहीं है, कस्टमर की जो हमारा सबसे अच्छी चीज, जो स्ट्रेंथ है हरिओम इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स की, दैट द कस्टमर कम रिपीट टू द स्टोर। हम बार बार मेक श्योर करते हैं कि उस कस्टमर का 80% वॉलेट शेयर ले, मतलब वो हमारे से अपने घर का रेफ्रिजरेटर भी ले, वॉशिंग मशीन भी ले, अपने बच्चों के लिए कंप्यूटर भी ले, अपने लिए मोबाइल भी ले, अपनी फैमिली के लिए बड़ा टीवी भी ले। तो प्रोडक्ट एक ही कस्टमर को बार बार प्रोडक्ट देने की यूएसपी हरिओम की रही है। सो डिलीवरी, शिपिंग, सिक्योर पेमेंट, सारी पेमेंट की डिलीवरी, चाहे फाइनेंस कस्टमर को ऑप्शन चाहिए, क्रेडिट कार्ड के ऑप्शन चाहिए, क्रेडिट कार्ड कैशबैक चाहिए, फाइनेंस में कैशबैक, एक्सचेंज ऑफर्स चाहिए, ऑल ऑफर्स एंड एवरीथिंग आर फुली अवेलेबल। मैम नेक्स्ट, सो फ्रेंचाइज प्रपोजल। सो बहुत सिंपल सा फ्रेंचाइज प्रपोजल है हमारा। मिनिमम रिक्वायरमेंट जो जगह की है वो 2000 स्क्वायर फीट के है। हम 6000 भी 7000 भी, करंटली अभी जो हरिओम इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स जो है, जो सबसे बड़ा स्टोर चला रहा है, वो 16,000 स्क्वायर फीट का स्टोर है, सिंगल फ्लोर का। 16,000 स्क्वायर फीट का हम चला रहे हैं। हमारा एवरेज साइज जो हम स्टोर, जो मैंने आपको 23 स्टोर बताए, उसका एवरेज साइज जो है 3500 स्क्वायर फीट का है। सो हम मिनिमम रिक्वायरमेंट जो हम कहते हैं वो 2000 स्क्वायर फीट की है, और मैक्सिमम आप जितना बड़ा लेस बनाना चाहे। सिमिलरली इन्वेस्टमेंट दो जो है वो डिपेंड करता है कि कितना साइज है। सो अगर मैं 2000 स्क्वायर फीट की बात करूं तो 75 लाख रुपीस का लगभग का इन्वेस्टमेंट रहता है। फ्रेंचाइज फीस वन टाइम रहती है 2 लाख रुपीस। इन्वेंट्री जिसमें वो अगर 75 लाख है तो लगभग 50 लाख रुपीस की इन्वेंट्री उसमें मैनेज होगी। एनुअल सेल हम ये मान के चलते हैं, जो शुरुआती दौर है, जो मिनिमम अगर हम लेके चलते हैं तो 4 करोड़ टू 10 करोड़ ओवर अ पीरियड ऑफ टाइम रहता है। ग्रॉस मार्जिन डिपेंडिंग ऑन द कॉम्पिटेटिव मार्केट 7 to 8-9% तक रहता है ग्रॉस मार्जिन। एनुअल एक्सपेंस हम 17 लाख से 53 लाख मानते हैं, जिसके अंदर हम दुकान के, शोरूम के एक्सपेंसेस, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी, सैलरी वगैरह सब इंक्लूड कर रहे हैं। एवरेज आरओआई जो हमारी 100% से ऊपर आती है। जो पे बैक पीरियड है मिनिमम हमारा 12 to 18 मंथ्स तक हम मानते हैं कि हमारा आ जाता है। बट इसमें हमारे से सिर्फ जो आपकी रिक्वायरमेंट है, नेक्स्ट शीट करेंगे। सो व्हाट वी आर लुकिंग फॉर इज कि आपकी प्रॉपर्टी हो, इन्वेस्टमेंट जो लगी मैंने आपको बता ही दिया, जो भी स्टोर्स की रिलेटेड खर्चे हैं वो उसी ऑपरेशंस में से करने हैं, और जो भी बिल्स है और जो भी सैलरी है वहीं से करनी है। फ्रेंचाइज ऑपरेटेड और फ्रेंचाइज ओन कॉन्सेप्ट है ये। इसके अंदर हम फ्रेंचाइजी को आगे क्या देंगे, नेक्स्ट वो करेंगे मैम। हम ये चाह रहे हैं कि प्रॉपर्टी ओनर हो, फ्रेंचाइजी एबिलिटी टू सिक्योर गुड लोकेशन एट लो कॉस्ट, या तो ऐसी लोकेशन ले ले जिसपे बहुत लो कॉस्ट हो, उसकी एंटरप्रेन्योरल एबिलिटी होगी तो बहुत ही अच्छा। बाकी हमारी ट्रेनिंग और हमारे जो स्टोर में प्रमोटर्स वगैरह है ब्रांड के दौरान, वो हम आपको प्रोवाइड करेंगे। इंडिविजुअल स्ट्रॉन्ग नॉलेज लोकल मार्केट की चाहिए। लोकल, आप जितना लोकल है उतना हमारे लिए अच्छा है, जितना आप लोकल चीजों को समझते हैं उतना हमारे लिए अच्छा है। अगर इसमें हमें ऐसा कोई बहुत ज्यादा चीजों की आपसे इन टेक्निकल रिक्वायरमेंट नहीं है। टेक्निकल ट्रेनिंग्स और जो भी प्रोडक्ट की है वो प्रमोटर स्टोर्स पे रहेंगे, वो आपको प्रोवाइड हो जाएगी, उसमें दिक्कत नहीं आती। नेक्स्ट स्लाइड करेंगे मैम। सो रोल आउट प्लान मैंने आपको बताया कि पहले हम दिल्ली एनसीआर के साथ चल रहे हैं, फिर हमारा नॉर्थ इंडिया के लिए पंजाब, चंडीगढ़, उत्तर प्रदेश और राजस्थान, उत्तराखंड और जम्मू कश्मीर का प्लान है। मैम नेक्स्ट। सो इसमें आ जाता है कि आपको हरिओम इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स क्या क्या सपोर्ट देगा। हरिओम इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स आपको प्रोडक्ट का सारा सपोर्ट देगा, कौन सा प्रोडक्ट वहां क्यों लगना चाहिए, क्या उसके रीजन है, वो सब आपको हम प्लान करके देंगे। आपको पूरा इंटीरियर प्लान करने में हम सब करेंगे। सप्लाई मैनेजमेंट हम करेंगे, आपकी कोई भी आपका इन्वेंट्री शॉर्ट नहीं होने देंगे। विल मेक श्योर दैट यू हैव वन ऑफ द बेस्ट IMS इन्वेंट्री मैनेजमेंट सिस्टम एट योर प्लेस। हम हमारा एक ही मानना है कि हमारी दुकान का सबसे बड़ा स्ट्रेंथ हमारा प्रोडक्ट होता है। अगर प्रोडक्ट की वैरायटी टूट जाएगी तो प्रोडक्ट तो हमारा स्टोर टूट जाता है। तो हम ये मेक श्योर करते हैं कि आपके पास प्रॉपर वैरायटी मेंटेन रहे, प्रॉपर प्राइसिंग रहे, माल बेचने के लिए जो स्टोर पे स्टाफ है वो ट्रेन स्टाफ आपको ब्रांड के साथ सपोर्ट करके हम प्रोवाइड करा सकें। उसके अलावा जो भी अकाउंटिंग है या जो भी ऑपरेशनल है वो तो हम पिछले 40 साल से कर रहे हैं। वो हमारी जो भी हमने इतने सालों में अपनी कैपेबिलिटी बनाई है वो हम सब आपसे शेयर करेंगे, चाहे वो इन्वेंट्री के सॉफ्टवेयर हो, चाहे कस्टमर रिलेशनशिप CRM हो, जो कि हमने स्पेशली इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स को देख के पर्सनली खुद डेवलप कराए हुए हैं। Next sheet, ma'am. This is all we have for now. अगर आपकी कोई questions है तो please, I'll be very happy to answer.
Thank you so much, Gaurav ji. Thanks a lot for sharing so much with us. Yes, we do have questions which I'm going to take up now. Mr. Ashish is asking at which point Hariom Electronics differs from other.
तो मैंने पहले ही बोला कि हरिओम इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स किसी भी इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स या किसी की भी रिटेल का जो डिफरेंस है उसकी वैरायटी होती है, उसका प्रोडक्ट होता है. आप कौन सा प्रोडक्ट चूज करते हैं, आपके पास किस समय कौन सा लेटेस्ट मॉडल अवेलेबल होनी चाहिए, आपके पास लेटेस्ट से लेटेस्ट उसका स्टॉक अवेलेबल रहना चाहिए, उसमें वैरायटी होनी चाहिए, चाहे वो कलर्स के हो चाहे वो ब्रांड्स के हो. द जितना बुके आप कस्टमर को दे पाएंगे वही आपके लिए जीत है आपकी.
Okay. There is one more question. I think this you have already covered. What is the break even of investment? I think it's 12 to 18 months, which you have mentioned in your presentation.
Yes, ma'am. मैम वो बहुत कुछ एरिया पे भी डिपेंड करेगा, आप कौन से एरिया पे हैं, कितना आपने कितनी जगह प्लान कर रहे हैं. तो ये हम जब प्रपोजल आएगा तो हम ज्यादा अच्छे से आपको एक्सप्लेन कर पाएंगे, ज्यादा अच्छे से बता पाएंगे.
From where do you source these branded products?
हमारा सब ब्रांड डायरेक्ट ब्रांड के साथ एसोसिएशन है, हमारा कोई भी मिडिल मैन नहीं है किसी भी ब्रांड में.
There's one more question being asked. How many stores we have and in which areas?
Currently we have 23 stores, ma'am, in Delhi NCR.
Oh, in Delhi NCR only we do have 23 stores.
Yes, ma'am.
And all are on the same model which
हाँ, सेम मॉडल में है मैम. जैसे हमारा सबसे पहला आपने बताया कमला नगर में है, जो सबसे पहला 1984 में खुला. अशोक विहार, रोहिणी, we have in Buradi, we have in Rohini again. We have 3 stores in Rohini. We have in stores in Noida also, then Rohtak also, and Ghaziabad, and these kind of stores.
All right. So we do have a very good presence into NCR if we talk about the brand presence. Are these all the your own branches stores or these are the franchisees?
मैम अभी हमारे 4 to 5 फ्रेंचाइजी स्टोर्स हैं, बाकी हमारे अपने स्टोर्स हैं.
What marketing support you provide?
We are very regular in digital marketing, मैम. और सिर्फ मार्केटिंग नहीं, हमारा प्रॉपर CRM सिस्टम है जिसमें हम फनल में कोई भी लीड आती है उसको प्रॉपर ट्रैक करते हैं जब तक कस्टमर हमसे सामान ना ले ले. So not only just marketing, we are very much focused in for digital marketing and we are very focused for leads also. और उस leads को हम कैसे सेल में कन्वर्ट करेंगे, पूरा उसका हमारा सिस्टम है.
There is one last question which I would want to take up. Okay, there are 2 questions I'll take. One, why don't we have a smaller investment model?
जो कैटेगरी में हम जितने में डील कर रहे हैं मैम, वो कैटेगरीज बहुत सारी हैं.
Because I think the investment which you've mentioned is around 75 CR, just 75 lakh. And say out of this 50 lakh is the stock amount.
Inventory, हाँ, inventory का ही investment है majority में mainly.
Yeah. One more question is being asked by Mr. Atul. How much are the franchise earning part from your own store?
How much are the franchisee earning part from our own stores?
Part from your own stores. So he wants to know like what is the earning of the franchisees? Because
मैंने आप बताया कि मतलब depending on location of the store 7 to 9% gross profit रहता है, और जैसे दुकान के खर्चे होंगे उसके हिसाब से net earning आ जाएगी.
But if you can just give a rough idea, because you have already some franchises which are running. मतलब आप for example, if I talk about a small investment like 75 lakh rupees, like 50, if you have a 50 lakh rupees inventory, so my franchisee is earning around somewhere around 1.5 lakh to 2 lakh rupees a month. All right. Okay. Thank you so much, Gaurav ji. Thanks a lot for joining us today.
Thank you so much.
It was really lovely hosting you on this platform. You have recently shaken hand with the franchisee India, and I'm very sure there is a way more to go. And you are dealing into electronics, and there are so many people who are interested into these kind of retail segment, because retail is the second option people go for in India. So yes, thank you so much. Thanks a lot. Have a lovely evening ahead. Thank you so much for all your time. I believe that the brand details and insights shared with you in today's webinar will greatly benefit you to choose your right option and for the business plan. If your questions were not answered during the live event, so I tried to cover maximum questions, but still if there is anything which is not been answered, we plan to get back to you within the next day or two. Also, you will receive an email just after this webinar on your registered mail IDs. I request you to share your queries and feedback on our email. Also, you can get in touch with us on our hotline number, which is 9717683838, or you can WhatsApp me on my number, which is 8800493728. Once again, I would like to give you a reminder to join the link which we have created on WhatsApp for our WhatsApp community to keep you updated related to our business webinars, related to our new business opportunities every day. So in case if you are missing any webinar, if you're missing any opportunities, you can be up to date with that group. Thank you so very much, everyone. Have a lovely evening ahead. See you tomorrow again. Thank you.